Why it's important that we recall this? It's because of these questions, these very valid questions, this criticism that is coming from inside India to divert attention from that, because they don't have any answers to this. What they do? They attack Pakistan. So that the whole attention of the domestic public, all this criticism is diverted to something else. And as we will see, as you must have seen, that before doing that, they gag the complete media. They ban the thousands of Twitter handles and social media sites. They ban all sort of digital media that is operating inside Pakistan, so that their public only listens to what they are telling them. You don't have any answers to why it happened, how it happened, who did it. You don't have any evidence. So what you do, you open up the military front. Is it the first time that India is doing this? That creating or using a terror incident for political purpose, for domestic political objectives? No, there is a history to it. Let's recall this incident that happened in 2000, quarter of a century ago, in Chhattis Singhpura. Listen to the general officer commanding there at that time. Listen to a general of the Indian Army telling you the truth of that incident. So once we question what they are saying now, there is a history to it of killing innocent people for their political objectives, pinning blame on Pakistan, covering it up by further killing innocent Kashmiris and Muslims and posing them as terrorists. Go to the next slide and listen to the truth of Pulwama by the governor of Kashmir at that time, the Indian Kashmir at that time. So what's happening now? Is it something different? It's the same playbook. That is why we say that this drama of this mantra of cross-border terrorism from Pakistan, of these jihadi organizations supported by Pakistan, these concocted allegations, and then basis of that, you start going into military posturing and military action. This must stop now. And that is why the government of Pakistan very rightly said that if you have any evidence, put it front to an independent, neutral commission and let them examine it. Nobody gives you the authority to become the judge, jury and executioner. And that's what exactly India is doing right now. What Indians started doing, because this has also a linkage of that hubristic, that aggressive mindset that you see right now at play in Indo-Pakistan, in South Asia and in the world right now by the India. What they started doing it, that they started crushing the people of Kashmir and the Muslims and the minorities over there. This is, just listen to the Kashmiris, what is happening to them. What we are telling you over here, that this is what they do. Kashmiris, people who inadvertently crossed line of control, on different pretexts, they hold these Pakistanis, these Kashmiris in different prisons, in locations, and then torture them, then kill them, and then pose them as infiltrators, as terrorists. This is the story of a minor boy who crossed into Kashmir years ago. They kept him in jail, then killed him in a fake encounter. And this is the family of that child who is telling the story. This is how they frame and concoct evidence for these so-called acts. This boy, in October 2013, this minor was taken into Indian custody, and they killed him in October 21 on the charges of being a terrorist. What they did after Pahalgam, opened up the same playbook. So this is on 24th of April, 2 days after Pahalgam, we saw that the Indian media reported a fake encounter that two terrorists from the Pakistani side, they were infiltrating and they were killed. Look at their bodies, these so-called terrorists. They are two citizens more than 50 years old from a divided village, two Pakistani citizens from the Pakistani side of Kashmir. Clean shoes, shining moccasins, pistol, and a planted gun and a planted pistol. And these are the terrorists that are going across in an area which is a border which is infested with military forces all over. And once the media went to their village and to ask the truth, listen to what the villagers tell about it. The CNN team went to this village a few days ago, and they went it to the same village, and what he found about the reality. To your notice is this: you as independent journalists, please go and find the facts. These are the facts. You pick innocent people, you murder them, the army sits and tells them these are terrorists. They do it on daily basis. That these are these the terrorists that the Pakistan is sending across? They are innocent people. And on basis of that, you ratchet up concocted lies, a story, and you put it out in the media, in international media. You blame Pakistan, you don't provide any evidence, and then you say we will attack. This is exactly what they have done. Okay, that this terror plot was made by this and this. These are the mosques, and you attack mosques, the places of worship, right under the eyes of the international community. The fact of the matter is, yes, there is terrorism. There is terrorism that's happening in Pakistan on daily basis. And who is sponsoring it? It's India. I'll give you the facts of this Indian sponsored and abetted terrorism in Pakistan. First, listen to what their leaders, their political and military leaders themselves say. What the evidence which is available publicly, what it tells us. Terrorist leaders who surrendered, they are telling that how India supports them, how India sponsors terrorism in Balochistan. This is open source. This is available to you. Everyone is listening and saying, and they are openly saying and jumping that we are going to do insurrectionist movement inside Balochistan. We will support them. We need to fund them. There are people who they were funded and they are telling, yes, we were supported them. They have networks of people who they train them, they supply them weapons. There are terror camps actually inside India who are supporting, who are fueling this terrorism which is going on in Pakistan. This is Aslam Achu, a known terrorist of the Indian-sponsored terrorist groups in Balochistan. He's lying in a bed in India once he got sick. This is the spokesperson of the Baloch Liberation Army. Once the Jafar Express, this horrendous terrorist act happened where innocent civilians were killed in the train. Where was he? He was being taken by the Indian media, and he's glorifying that act of a defunct, internationally recognized terrorist organization. Listen to him. So who is supporting them? Where is he sitting? Which country's media is glorifying this terrorist act? Now look at this way of this video that once the Jafar Express happened, this is a video that was shot exactly at the time when the train was blown up by the terrorists. Where was this video given? From where it was aired first time on the electronic media? India. The Baloch terrorist groups made a video, and who is the one who is airing it? The Indian media. Who is supporting that and celebrating and glorifying that terrorist act? Indian media.